Simple Tales presents Coyote Steals Fire from a Native American legend. Long ago, in the earliest days of the world, people lived without fire. The nights were cold. Food could not be cooked. During winter, families huddled together beneath blankets and furs, hoping to stay warm until morning. Everyone knew that fire existed, but it belonged to a group of powerful beings who guarded it carefully and refused to share it. They kept it hidden atop a distant mountain, far from the people below. Many had tried to obtain it. All had failed. The guardians watched constantly. No one could approach without being seen. As the years passed, the people suffered through countless cold winters. At last, the animals gathered to discuss the problem. Representatives came from forests, rivers, mountains, and plains. Some were strong, others were swift, some were clever. All agreed that something had to be done. Among them sat Coyote. Coyote was not the largest animal, nor was he the strongest, but he was known throughout the world for his cleverness. Sometimes his tricks caused trouble, sometimes they solved problems. This time, he intended to help. "We do not need to defeat the Guardians," said Coyote. "We only need to outsmart them." The animals listened carefully. A plan began to take shape. The journey to the mountain would be dangerous. Even if someone managed to take the fire, carrying it all the way back would be nearly impossible. No single animal was fast enough to escape the Guardians alone. So the animals decided they would work together. Each would carry the fire for part of the journey. When one grew tired, another would take over. The next morning, Coyote set out.
He travelled across valleys and climbed steep cliffs until he reached the mountain where the fire was kept. The Guardians sat around the flames, watching carefully. Coyote hid among rocks and waited patiently. Hours passed. Then an opportunity appeared. One of the Guardians wandered away from the fire. Another became distracted. In that brief moment, Coyote sprang forward. He seized a burning branch and raced down the mountainside. The Guardians shouted in alarm. Immediately they gave chase. Coyote ran as fast as he could. The burning branch crackled in his jaws. Behind him came the furious Guardians. Soon Coyote saw Runner Rabbit waiting below. As planned, he passed the burning branch to Rabbit and continued onward. Rabbit sprinted across the plains. The Guardians followed. But after a long run, Rabbit began to tire. Ahead, Squirrel waited. Rabbit handed over the fire.
Now Squirrel raced through the trees. The Guardians grew closer. Branches whipped past. Leaves scattered beneath flying feet. At the edge of the forest, Squirrel leaped onto a fallen log where Chipmunk waited. The fire changed paws once more. Again and again, the animals worked together. Each carried the precious flame a little farther. Each risked being caught. Each played an important role. The Guardians grew increasingly frustrated. Whenever they thought they had nearly recovered the fire, another animal appeared and carried it away.
At one point, the chase became so close that Squirrel's tail brushed against the flames. The fur was singed black. From that day forward, some say squirrels carry dark markings upon their tails. Later, Chipmunk narrowly escaped a guardian's grasp. Sharp claws scraped across his back. 3 marks remained there forever. Many legends say this is how chipmunks received their stripes.
The chase continued across rivers and hills. The animals grew exhausted, yet none abandoned the task. They knew the fire was not for themselves alone. Entire generations depended upon their success. At last, the final runner reached the people. The burning branch was placed safely upon dry wood. A flame sprang upward. Then another. And another. For the first time, people gathered around their own fire. They warmed their hands, cooked their food, lit the darkness. The long, cold nights became easier to endure. The animals celebrated. Their plan had succeeded. Not because one hero had accomplished the impossible alone, but because many worked together toward a common goal. As for Coyote, he smiled as he watched the firelight dance across the faces of the people. The greatest challenges are often overcome not through strength alone, but through cooperation, courage, and the willingness to help one another. If you enjoyed this tale, please like, subscribe, and share Simple Tales. There are many more legends waiting to be told.